Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships. And I finally need to go ahead and get this video done out of the way. There's a whole bunch of other content I want to get through, but I need to talk about the month off I had from World of Warships, and I kind of teased that I would. I'm gonna just give you some of my thoughts, perspectives from my time away. So essentially, back in, I guess it was mid to earliest June, I was getting pretty fed up with the game in terms of just how I had done a video about blowouts that just felt like World of Warships was becoming more of a steamroll simulator, if you will. You know, in randoms battle, it's like these matches that are decided within the first 45 minutes of the game. Regardless what you do, regardless if you get like 150, you manage somehow to get over 100k plus damage and 3 kills within the first 5 minutes, like game's still lost. It's still over regardless. So I was getting really frustrated that it felt like, even though I'm actually a Unicum player in the game in randoms, that regardless of what input I was putting in the game as a skilled player, that just wasn't getting any like good results, and instead I was getting a lot of frustration and stuff. So basically I decided that I kind of reached this point with that and more of the increasing passiveness of the game, especially what you're even seeing in asymmetric and operations, that I was just going to take a month off. At first I wasn't sure if it'd be a month long, if I just do like a couple weeks, but it ended up being more than 30 days. I stepped away from the game. I didn't play it at all last update. I just like logged in once during last update, and then I was like, oh, it's like been 3 weeks into the last update, and I had to download the new update still. So being on the backside of having the month off from World of Warships, I didn't think it would ever. I didn't know when it would happen, if it ever would happen, but it finally happened. In the sense that I could never. How to phrase this? I could never play World of Warships again, and I would be fine. Like, I could just literally be like, nope, I'm done ever playing World of Warships again, and I'm totally fine with that. Like, I can walk away from the game, no remorse or regrets. I'm very grateful for the time I've had put into World of Warships. Basically, in terms of being a naval warfare nerd, history nerd, and then just the community, like those have been really great, really wonderful, especially having the YouTube channel that kind of emerged out of COVID time. All those things great, but more of my frustration with wargaming in terms of how they continue to develop the game, and only now recently they're like wanting to try to address matchmaking in terms of, I think, skill-based. Well, I guess they haven't really said, but it seems to be maybe hinting in that direction. The collapse of the player server populations, where I used to be able to play morning here in Norway on NA, and it wasn't that big of a deal, and now it is a big deal where I have to really wait till afternoon or evening time before I can even really think about playing randoms on World of Warships, to have enough players where I don't get like 3v3 or 6v6 matches, because I want the 12v12. And that I've put very little money into World of Warships the last 4 years. I mean, it had already been like 3 or 4 years. I mean, it's particularly even a year before the Little White Mouse Yukon incident, I wasn't really giving any wargaming money beforehand. And then, after that, I was like, okay, even less. So this is mainly a lot of my frustrations with the game, but then trying to have a sense of accepting the game for what it is and what it isn't. Even if I want to live in a time capsule of certain things that I liked much more about the game in the past that just no longer exist today here in 2026. So basically, the big thing for me, the takeaway was like that it finally happened, that I could never play World of Warships again, and I would be fine with that. So I don't want to drag this video out too long, but I do need to also hit on to address, like, is there any concern of me leaving the game or ceasing to being a content creator when it comes to World of Warships? No, I'm going to keep producing content. The month off was really good for me mentally with the game. I have lots of several like beginner intermediate, and I've probably even the veteran player guide series, some videos, ideas I've had with this having a month off from the game. And then other concepts I want to talk about here in the game. I mean, when I've been back in randoms, I've just been playing PlinsyLunchTray this past week, mainly, and well, I guess I was doing some club player co-op games in the last day of the last update, so I could get a lot of some rewards from one of the event thingamajigs. And yeah, I mean, I've been playing 150, 200k games, and it's like I had one game yesterday. I had 4 kills, and I was one of 2 people who had kills. Our team had 5 kills. I had 4 of them, and we still got raffle stumped. You know, so it's just like I'm just kind of okay. It is what it is, and not caring necessarily as much about my stats in the sense of the run rate ratio of a day-to-day basis. But like being like, well, regardless, I know I'm playing really good when it comes to the personal rating and base XP and base XP, what I am contributing, even if I'm not, the wins seem to be maybe a little less or something like that. So, got to keep on with the World of Warships content production for sure. It's just kind of nice to, I've always had it in the back of my mind, whatever hit that point where I just kind of would be done with World of Warships mentally, and in a sense I am. But that doesn't mean I'm willing to like walk away from content production, walk away from my enjoyment of what I still do enjoy about the game, and also incredibly important, like the community we have here with the FLT community with you guys and girls. I'm really appreciative for that. So I think that's keeps me coming back more and more. And to be honest, I don't think if I didn't have the YouTube channel, I'd probably be really close to just like walking away from the game totally. But I've got some more recent games I've been playing, you know, outside of Helldivers, that's I'm enjoying a lot. So I'm going to try to have a mental focus that even for my enjoyment, I kind of play some of these other games and kind of know when I'm done with playing WoWs. If I play 2 or 3 battles in WoWs and I'm like, yeah, I'm done, and I walk away from it basically. So, yeah, so that's the video. So if I'd be interested to hear y'all's thoughts in the comments. How are you at with the game? Have you reached a point kind of like I have where you're just like, oh, it finally happened, like I could never play the game again, and that would be totally okay? Or maybe some of you still have a really strong love and enjoyment of the game, and if so, that's great. I don't want my perspectives, experiences to dictate. If there are those of you who are really enjoying the game, that's incredible. I'm really happy to hear that. But I know there's also been a growing frustration with the game among more of those of us who are more considered the veteran players who've been around for a while, and even those who've been around longer than I have. So that being said, if you liked it, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more. If you have subscribed, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. And until next time, take care.